Dear friends in Christ, in this video I would like to introduce to you all about Gianna Beretta Molla, whom the Pope canonized because she refused an abortion. Gianna Beretta Molla was an Italian pediatrician born in Magenta in the Kingdom of Italy on October 4, 1922, on the feast of St. Francis of Assisi. She was the 10th of 13 children in a family. At 3 years old, Gianna and her family moved to Bergamo, and she grew up in the Lombardy region of Italy. As a young girl, Gianna openly accepted her faith and the Catholic Christian education provided to her from her loving parents. She grew up viewing life as God's beautiful gift and found the greatest necessity and effectiveness in prayer. In 1942, Gianna began a study of medicine in Milan. She was a diligent and hard-working student both at the university and in her faith. As a member of the St. Vincent de Paul Society, Gianna applied her faith in an apostolic service for the elderly and needy. She received degrees in both medicine and surgery from the University of Pavia in 1949, and in 1950 she opened a medical office in Mazzaro near her hometown of Magenta. In 1952, Gianna specialized in pediatrics at the University of Milan, and from there on, she was especially drawn toward mothers, babies, the elderly, and the poor. Gianna considered the field of medicine to be a mission and treated it as such. She increased her generous service to Catholic Action, which was dedicated to living and spreading the social teaching of the Catholic Church in the broader culture. The Catholic Action movement is still at work today throughout the world. Gianna hoped to join a brother, a missionary priest in Brazil, where she intended to offer a medical expertise in gynecology to poor women. However, her chronic ill health made this impractical, and she continued her practice in Italy. She chose the vocation of marriage and considered this to be a gift from God. Gianna embraced this gift with all her being and completely dedicated herself to forming a truly Christian family. In December 1954, Gianna met Pietro Molla, an engineer who worked in her office. They were officially engaged the following April and married in September 1955, making Gianna a happy wife. Gianna wrote to Pietro, "Love is the most beautiful sentiment that the Lord has put into the soul of men and women." In November 1956, Gianna became a mother to her first child, Pierluigi, their second child, Maria Zita, in December 1957, and their third, Laura, in July 1959. Gianna handled motherhood with grace and was able to harmonize all aspects of her demanding life. In 1961, Gianna became pregnant with her fourth child toward the end of her second month of pregnancy. Gianna was struck with an unimaginable pain. Her doctors discovered she had developed a fibroma in her uterus, meaning she was carrying both a baby and a tumor. After examination, the doctors gave her three choices: an abortion, which would save her life and allow her to continue to have children, but take the life of the child she carried; a complete hysterectomy, which would preserve her life but take the unborn child's life and prevent further pregnancy; or removal of only the fibroma with the potential of further complications, which could save the life of her baby. Catholic teaching affirms what medical science, the natural law, the Bible, and unbroken Christian tradition affirm: the child in the womb as a fundamental human right to life. Wanting to preserve a child's life, Gianna opted for the removal of only the fibroma. In fact, she was willing to give her own life to save the life of her child. Gianna pleaded with the surgeons to save her child's life over her own. She sought comfort in her prayers and a living faith. The child's life was saved, for which Gianna graciously thanked the Lord. After the operation, complications continued throughout her pregnancy, but Gianna spent the remainder of her pregnancy with an unparalleled strength and insistent dedication for her task as a mother and a doctor. Gianna was quite clear about her wishes, expressing to her family, "If you must decide between me and the child, do not hesitate. Choose the child. I insist on it. Save the baby." On April 21, 1962, Gianna Emanuela Molla successfully delivered by cesarean section. The doctors tried many different treatments and procedures to ensure both lives would be saved. However, on April 28, 1962, a week after the baby was born, Gianna passed away from septic peritonitis. She is buried in Maseru. Gianna was beatified by Pope John Paul II on April 24, 1994, and officially canonized as a saint on May 16, 2004. Her husband and their children, including Gianna Emanuela, attended her canonization ceremony, making this the first time her husband witnessed his wife's canonization. During Gianna's canonization ceremony, John Paul II described her as a simple but more than ever significant messenger of divine love. Saint Gianna Beretta Molla is the patron saint of mothers, physicians, and unborn children. Her feast day is celebrated on April 28.